So let's move on. 2 games with Enterprise. Ooh, what do you guys fancy next? Tier 6?
I'm open for anything.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll adjust
Tier 6
accordingly.
then. Let's go have some proper warship. HMS Gallant. G-class destroyer, 24 of them built. And first things first, if you're looking at the gun mounting, you'll notice that it's marked as 120mm L45 CPXVIII. That is not some weird rendition of Mark 168. The CP should probably be CP dot. It refers to the type of mounting. So what we get is 4 120mm guns, 2 quad launchers of 533mm torpedoes, which are semi-decent, 15,000 damage, what's their top speed? 61 knots, and 1.3 kilometer detection on an 8 kilometer range. So that's perfectly workable at tier 6. Not quite as good as Fubuki or Shinonome, but pretty decent. 36 knots, 3-second rudder shift, handles pretty well, and 6.6 kilometer detection range with camo. So let's pop in a captain. We'll grab the one off Minotaur because that actually has concealment expert.
You
So,
get it down to 6. The
yeah,
detection range.
6 flats. So that's actually better. That's second best in the tier. The only ship better than that would be the Hatsuharu at 5.7. And then you've got 3 destroyers, the other Japanese destroyers, and the Russians at 6.1. And then I think there are a couple of heavies up at 6.4. Tier 6 destroyer concealment is actually quite a narrow bracket. Let's take a look at what else we've got. So upgrades, well, main armaments or Mag Mod 1. We'll go with main armaments because I plan to slap on Juliet Charlie, the anti-det flag. Main battery, Mod 2, AA Mod 2, aiming Mod 1, smoke gen Mod 1. Bit more open to debate this. I mean, the guns out of the box have got a pretty decent dispersion. With advanced firing training, they disperse 107 meters at 12.2 kilometers. That's actually on a par with a tier 8 fire control. That's almost the same as Kidd or Benson. So,
Well, in this case, it's you know, it's a choice between the main battery mod 2 or the aim systems mod 1, because you can completely disregard the AA.
yeah, she basically doesn't
Since
have
it's-
any.
yeah.
She has an AA rating of 3, and it consists of 2 quad-linked 50 cal setups, so no anti-air worth speaking of.
I personally went with aiming modifications because I do want to keep the reload time as low as possible, and I think 18 seconds is really workable for a destroyer.
Yeah, okay. Well, let's go with aiming mod 1 then, just get a bit more accuracy for the colonization. And Damcon 1 again, because I have last stand on this captain, I think. No, I don't. Ah, whoops. Okay, right, change that then. We'll switch in propulsion mod. This is
You're gonna need the balloons, aren't you?
It really doesn't matter. I've been meaning to get some more anyway. And last but not least, let's go with prop mod 2 for better acceleration. Okay, as far as camo goes, you've got the standard premium camo type 10, signals, Juliet Charlie, plug in a Sierra Mike to get her up to 37.8 knots, so she's pretty decent. She'll run down the heavy Japanese destroyers. Bit slower than Farragut though, that's perfect, decently workable, and I don't think there's actually a lot else you'd go for as far as camo goes. Well, sorry, signals. So, that is all set. Divved up. Right, let's go. It's definitely battleship night tonight.
Yeah. It
I
was
think
like
it's Battleship Month.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hunt for Bismarck just got so many in.
Yeah, but 2 Mutsus.
Oh yeah,
beefed up.
carriers.
Yeah, we are. That's a Shokaku. Okay, break out the torpedo beats. On the bright side, no Russian... Oh, they've got Nakizuki as well. And it's divvied up with the Turpetes. And they've got 2 Mutsus.
Is our Lexington air support? Or is he full strike?
Oh, God.
Well, I mean, the outcome of the match comes down to that. At least for us, anyway.
Yeah, well. Right, the usual, I think, up to sea.
Yeah, sure.
I mean, I haven't got anything better to do, so...
Okay. Ooh, she gets single-shot torpedoes.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a tiny cone.
That's the single shot from the cruisers.
I think that's going to be one of those British things.
Yes.
I really
I
hope
was
it is.
wondering where the gimmick was in this ship.
Now we know.
Yeah.
8 single-shot torpedoes at tier 6. Oh, yes. Pecky Boy is thinking she looks beautiful.
She looks...
She's got a compact, functional look to her. She's like most British warships. She's very obviously designed to ruin your day.
deadly. Just absolute... She looks like she'll absolutely decimate your world.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Right, so, time to take the rundown. Oh, and the Russians had the same idea. So...
That's good. They've got this defensive AA.
Oh.
Hopefully.
To quote the line, hope is the first step on the road to disappointment. Incidentally, oh goody, right, so that's 2 fighters up from the Lexington, so we might be in with a chance here. The Shokaku has gone balanced, 2-2-2 by the looks of it.
Yeah.
Still, he should lose a dogfight pretty bad. Wait a minute, that Lexi captain hasn't got air supremacy, and he's just lost half of his first fighter squadron.
He's dogfighting above New Orleans.
What was that about hope being the first step on the road to disappointment?
Well,
Are you disappointed yet?
The problem is, you can have an AS Lexington, but he's probably not going to be that good at dogfighting with his planes.
First squadron is down, his second is being beaten to death.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the auto-click, go fight and destroy planes doesn't work in Tier 8 anymore, especially with all the AA ships going around.
No. And, well, the good news is we've capped. The bad news is that's a lot of bombers coming away, and they're not very happy to see us.
It's fine. Everything will be fine.
Yes. I think if we're careful, we might just get away with it. Nope, no, we aren't.
Nope, he's seen us.
They've seen us.
Rip.
Yep. Alright.
Come on, Ognevoy, you've got AA, right?
Torpedoes to port.
Right, this is random, remember?
Yeah, he's got engine boost.
Rip.
I mean, I have defensive AA, but I'm just a little cruiser. That doesn't have much AA.
Yes, I think we may have just discovered this ship's
to
weak
port.
spot.
Torpedoes, direct front.
Planes?
Yeah!
Isn't that pretty much every destroyer's weak spot except for a select few?
Dead ahead. Torpedoes to port.
It depends on the destroyer and it depends on the planes. Also, I'm wondering if this ship's got the cruiser acceleration as well.
I'm going to try to torpedo this Bismarck. So
Yeah,
be careful because you got torpedoes on your left.
No problem, I'm going to try to catch him as he comes around the island and pull much the same trick, if I can manage not to blunder across his detection radius. Okay, matching bearing.
I think he knows we're here.
Of course he knows we're here. Alright, the question is, does he know what we can do? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Tubes are away, breaking away to reload. And, oh god, he's turned away. Yeah, he knows we're here. I think Ollie, did you set the Bismarck on fire?
I did. No, wait, I didn't. My imagination.
Might have. I don't know.
We'll see.
We'll see. However, that has left us.
Yes, I did.
That has left us an opening to try to get through to their carrier.
I have absolutely indeed set him on fire.
Once we get
Well,
past
he's
that
repaired now.
kangaroo. Guns aren't too bad.
Enemy destroyer sighted.
Guns are
Broken
very
leg.
tolerable.
Oh, okay.
Like
This
I said,
this happens literally every time I take out a tier 6 ship to test. It happened with the grass as well.
Right, well, go get yourself a Mutsu then. Just for historical irony.
Well, as long as they don't shoot back, I can try. Oh,
That news
Ow.
has popped its radar. The good news is another 10 seconds or so and it should be out. There we go. Right.
Problem solved,
Don't
sir.
want to get into a gunfight with Nakazuki though.
You sure about that? I think that'd be entertaining.
Yeah, I'm... For who?
Everyone but you.
Yeah,
I am
that was-
tempted to try out the AP on this New Orleans, but he's probably gonna die before my shells get there.
Indeed, and he's angled up anyway.
Okay, HE it is then.
Hello, Newsy. Right, let's see. Come on. That's right.
Something is shooting at me.
Let's...
Ow, yes, that's the Bismarck.
Yeah, that'll be the no fun zone.
Oh, the horror. My AA is gone, completely destroyed.
Oh no, whatever will you do without that 3 DPS?
Have you still got the T?
Not 3, it's 4.
It's 4?
It's 4. This is my Minotaur captain.
Yes, because that extra 1 makes an entire difference.
And
It's
I've got manual
it's
AA.
a 1/3 increase. Manual AA really won't do anything though.
No, it won't, but it's there, because it's my Minotaur captain, and I like to piss off CVs with that.
And he's on 90 health, and I kind of wish he would just... There we go, got him.
Enemy cruiser
Sweet.
destroyed.
Now, if my torpedoes would hit the No, he's turning away again.
Right. Popping engine boost, I'll see if I can head him off at the pass.
I think there's a Shiretsu over here. There is a smoke,
Yeah. You've got the port boat over there.
and the Bismarck didn't do it.
I sincerely hope not, or there's something very odd going on with this patch that wasn't in the notes.
It sounded so weird to me. It normally, it's normally said patch notes, not in the notes of the best patch. Sounds so weird to me.
Taking the lead.
Yusro, did you notice the second gun on the front
Yes.
turns 360 degrees?
Yes, it's nice like that, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, I
You
just
can track your targets
I
forever.
just picked up a detection. There's the poi boat.
Well, it can't run,
No,
but it can shoot back.
It can shoot back, however.
The ship is on fire.
And this guy knows what he's doing. He's
Problem
trying
solved,
to
sir.
angle to keep 5 guns on me. However, I have got the rate of fire advantage.
You're getting into
I also
Bismarck
have
range.
the Bismarck, yes.
Yeah. I can keep the...
Don't worry, I'm popping smoke and
Yeah.
disappearing.
Yeah, pop smoke, yeah. It's a good idea. Bismarck is probably gonna try to do what Bismarcks do when they see a smoke screen.
Turn in the hydro. He's got
Yeah,
8
and rush head in.
He's got 8 torpedoes to discourage him from doing
Torpedoes to
that.
starboard.
Oh god.
You might have 16 torpedoes on you.
That's okay. I'm pretty sure this thing has got British cruiser acceleration. Oh please, oh please, oh please. Come on, Biscuit. Eat the eat some fish. Boom.
Enemy battleships sunk.
You have done what I've been trying to do for the past 5 minutes.
Yay!
I congratulate you.
Torpedoes. Engine boost deactivated.
Remember, it's not kill stealing, it's kill securing.
Exactly. As long as it's in the division, everything is fine.
Absolutely. You know, I'm in two minds whether Gallant has got British cruiser acceleration as well as the torpedo launchers.
It would be smart to have it on a destroyer.
Well, that's the thing. Destroyers accelerate pretty fast anyway.
I know, but
So
even better, it's just even better.
Well, I'm having some trouble telling the difference. Dark Fritier, yes, Japanese destroyers shooting their guns. It is possibly heresy. It may also just be a destroyer captain that knows what he's doing.
Well, I'm turning and I'm accelerating quite quickly.
Yeah, I mean,
Mutsu's.
sustained full power turn, I'm capping out at about 80% speed, 31.5 knots. And then, give me a second. Actually, you actually lose some speed coming out of a turn, interestingly enough. And then
Maybe not British cruiser then?
Maybe. As I say, it's kinda hard to tell, given the
Yeah,
way
it's a
destroyers
destroyer.
normally accelerate. I mean, she's pretty nippy regardless, put it that way. And I've also got propulsion mod 2 on, so I
don't. So,
yeah, I'm in two minds about
Well,
that. I'd actually
Okay,
have,
Tuppets.
I'd actually have to go and get a stopwatch to test it, I think. Right. Lining up on the Mutsu.
I just got deleted by a Tuppets that I didn't even realize would shoot at me because he's got an Ognivoid to shoot at.
Well, you know how it is. Battleship sees cruiser.
Our team has taken the lead.
Right. Torpedoes
I
running.
set him on fire.
Yes, well, he should have shot at the Ognivoy, actually, because the Ognivoy just murdered him.
Enemy destroyer sighted.
Come on, number 3 turret, do your stuff.
I mean, looking at the map, this battle doesn't feel fair whatsoever.
You say as one of our battleships floods out. But you're right,
I think
it's a bit of a curb stomp.
We had pretty much everything against us and we still somehow managed to win.
Those are Mutsu's AP secondaries opening up on the Omnivoy. I wouldn't fancy that on me.
I don't think the Ognivoy particularly fancies his odds either. Considering that Mutsu has almost certainly put torpedoes in the water, given the way she's turning away. And, there we go. And, Poi is back. Are you going for just a firing position?
I'm going for the reversing while shooting ships and hopefully not getting hit by torpedoes tactic.
Okay, lining up on the Shiratsu then. Who has apparently thought better of it and muzzled his guns.
I'm just gonna pepper down this Shokaku.
Righto. Well, chasing Mutsu, who is now on
Slowing
fire.
down.
Oh yes, my anti-air has also been destroyed, by the way. Not
Oh
that,
dear.
not that we ever actually noticed. I'll say this, at least you don't have to worry about turning your anti-air guns off.
What's the range? Like 1.4?
I did not actually bother to check.
Let's just say it doesn't have AA and leave it at that.
I think that's probably wisest. Alternatively, it does have AA when it sinks the enemy carrier. Which, if you think about it, is the best anti-air there is.
Technically.
Yeah, well, come on, Poi. Got. Oh no, someone else got
No.
you. Yeah. Could be an interesting little torpedo ninja, couldn't she?
Yeah. Well, I mean, By the looks of it, she's currently contesting the Japanese destroyers to some extent. I mean, she's got crap for AA.
Yep, no,
She's
I
got
get it.
decent torpedoes.
Yep, and she's got the single launch mechanic, which means that if someone doesn't remember how to torpedo it, they're going to eat a lot of fish, even at long range.
And the guns are decent.
Yeah,
So,
that's a surprise. I saw the gun caliber and the battery numbers and thought, this is going to suck. I still wouldn't want to get into a guns fight with a Farragut, but that's workable.
yeah, she doesn't really have the hit points, I think.
It's a destroyer. It doesn't have...
It's a destroyer tier 6 as well. So.
Yeah. And of course she's British, which is automatically a major plus point. So,
Would she outgun a Farragut? That is the question.
I don't think she would. Let me. I actually
Farragut has got an extra gun.
Farragut in my port at the moment, thanks to the Christmas convoys thing. She's got more health than the Farragut. The Farragut's only got. Wait a second. Let me upgrade the Farragut first of all. That would
11,500.
11.5. You could divert over to sea to get some more anti-air, but why would you? Farragut's gets 527mm guns, refire 4 seconds, slightly tighter dispersion, slightly worse range. I think
she'd lose. She doesn't have the extra gun.
It would be a close run thing, but I think she would lose in a sustained duel. Farragut's got better sustained DPS. On the other hand, if she can hold the range and take advantage of the Farragut's rainbow arcs, she could probably dish out a beating.
Yeah.
Yeah. But no, as I say, I wouldn't like to get into a gun duel with a Farragut, and I certainly wouldn't get into a gun duel with a Gnevny. Gun duel with Russian destroyers, no thank you. Purely because of those bonkers ballistics the Russians get, and although she's not that far behind on her DPS output, but they both have 4 guns, both reload in 5 seconds.
Yeah, the Gnevny gets another 2,000 hit points. So.
Yeah, and the Gnevny, more to the point, gets that extra 100 damage a shell. 200 damage a shell, rather, on its high explosive. So, yeah. She's
only if you can force the enemy to turn her guns.
Yeah.
That's where she'd probably win.
Interesting halfway between the Russians and between the Japanese and the Americans, I think. Very nicely balanced all the same. Dark Fritier has suggested that single torpedoes be a thing for the Japanese destroyers. Shimakaze says yes, please. Everyone else will probably be saying no. Right, okay. Well, as a first look at Gallant goes, yeah, my snap impression of her, I kind of like her.
She's a solid ship.
Yeah.
I just think she could use some more AA, that's all I'm saying.
She could hardly have any less.
I know, that's... Fusion and Kamikaze are.
Well, true, they have 2 guys with rifle caliber machine guns. This is 2 guys with 4 rifle caliber machine guns, each because British and because T. Right, so let's stick at tier 6 for a bit and pull out a ship that everyone is kinda familiar with, and that is the HSF Graf Spee. Now, I believe it's still not quite confirmed where this ship is, how this ship's going to be obtainable. I've heard something saying it's going to be for sale. There's some saying it's going to be missions. Rumors are flying, basically.
Rumors are flying.
Rate of fire on the pew-pew guns on the Gallant is 12 rounds a minute, so 5-second reload baseline.
No, the HSF Graf Spee, I'm guessing will be obtainable in like a full package together with the Harakaze.
Yes,
I don't think
Wargaming passing that up.
I don't think we'll be seeing a mission with another Graf Spee, and if we are, then I mean, sure, why not?
Absolutely. Okay, but here she is, the high school fleet, the HSF Graf Spee. Functionally, she's more or less the same as the Graf Spee that was on sale, stroke being given away for missions in the Christmas convoys.
She is literally exactly the same.
Yes.
No, she's got nice camo.
Except for the camos. Now, the camo, I have to reiterate here, this is work in progress. It could get changed, because the camo is something special on this ship. Okay, so you actually get two. The first one is actually the standard Graf Spee camo, right down to the coat of arms on the bow. So you get 50% extra XP, stock premium type 10. However, you also have the W207 camo, which is, well, this is her appearance in the anime, for a start. And I actually kind of like this camo. It's a nice callback to the Bismarck, Prinz Eugen and Tirpitz premium camos with that black and white striped midships.
Yeah, I like it as well.
They've done a nice job of replicating the historical camo with a couple of additions, most notably the identification number on the side and the made-up Wilhelmshaven school crest on the front. However, it's the bonuses on the camo that are spectacular. So you get the standard plus 50% XP, 3% detection and 4% dispersion. You also get 100% free XP and minus 5% to the cost of your post-battle service. Ollie, I believe you have a Missouri.
I do.
How much free XP does the Missouri get?
Give me 1 second.
Okay, because from what I remember, I'm pretty sure it's 100%. Maybe more.
Free XP or regular XP?
Free
Both.
XP.
The Missouri camos don't get any bonus to free XP. It only gets 100% regular XP.
So 100% regular XP. Okay,
Yeah.
so arguably that's better because of the way free XP converts. But that is still a very, very nice camo.
It's on par with the camo that you could get in the what was it? That
Christmas
was also
convoy?
the Christmas convoys, yeah.
The
For
one for the
Tirpitz.
Tirpitz. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, the Tannerstich.
That also gives 100% free XP and
And
50% regular
50%.
XP.
Yes, the
Except it doesn't
Tannerstich.
get the repair bonus in that case.
No.
Indeed.
But
So
a repair bonus on a premium. Exactly how is that useful?
5%. On the tier 6, it's not really. It's just a bit of extra cash that you don't have to spend at the end of a game.
Yeah.
Right, so Thea Kreutzer. As for Mina, she's not been given to the community contributors. I'm told she's going to be an alternative captain. At least that was the rumour. So, captain skills for the Graf Spee. My choice would be priority target at tier 1. Tier 2.
While you deck that out, I will be right back.
Okay. Tier 2 strefs. I mean, you've got a lot of choices here. Expert marksman, damage control, consumables, and adrenaline rush, depending on how you want to play it.
Graf Spee.
Yes.
Hmm.
I mean, you could go last stand, of course, but it's a cruiser.
I tend to go last stand. I don't usually have real builds for premium ships.
Yeah.
The reason being, other than the Tirpitz, of course, because I got a captain with that back then.
Yeah.
The reason being, I don't usually go and play Graf Spee because I'm not that big of a fan of the ship, to be honest. I'm sorry for anyone who is. It's just not my kind of ship.
Not your build.
But yeah, and that's why I usually have last stand running on it because of my destroyer captains for my German destroyers.
Yeah. Okay.
You could switch to adrenaline rush, I guess, or go for a defensive build with jack of all trades or high alert.
The other option, offensively, of course, would be expert marksman, boosting the turret traverse a bit. On the other hand, 20 seconds is workable if you know what you're doing.
Yeah, and the 0.7 degrees per second is. Well, I mean, you could use it for something more useful, I guess.
Exactly. So we'll plug in last stand for the sake of argument. Tier 3. Well, torpedo. You've got torpedo reload, torpedo armament expertise, But I would generally go for Superintendent just to get the extra heal and Hydro and Fighter.
I have returned.
Welcome back. Yeah, I agree. The extra heal is definitely useful on the Graf Spee.
And last but not least, up to tier 4, Concealment Expert is a no-brainer, I would say.
Yep.
Okay, right, so that is Wilhelmina's set up. We'll just quickly set in some signals. Again, anti-detonation to avoid embarrassment. And beyond that, well, there's not really much, is there? Aside from, at least as far as the combat flags go, mostly because I kind of need to start stocking up a bit. Somehow I need to actually start earning witherers and fireproofs, but I prefer not to be set on fire in the first place. Okay, HMS Exeter. Well, British battleships are coming, of course, so I don't know when we're going to see the British heavy cruisers. Has to be said, the British never really went for 8-inch armed guns, did they? Sorry, 8-inch armed cruisers. 8-inch armed guns makes absolutely no sense whatsoever.
I mean, depending on your... You can quite easily get 8-inch armed guns, it's gonna look a little weird.
Yes, twin linking, I suppose. Alright. Graf Spee and Warspite in a division. There's something horribly wrong about that.
I don't feel like going with anything else.
Fair enough.
I don't see anything wrong with that.
I mean, it could be worse. It could have been a Bismarck and a Hood divisioned up.
Okay. I'm just gonna take this
Okay, alright.
and leave it at that.
Let's roll. I have no idea if we're going to get the voice samples in this, by the way. And there's a
we
cover.
should. We
Yes.
should.
And I kind of forgot low premium consumables.
And
job.
the game crashed.
Oh well.
This is not starting out well.
Oh well, if we can make this work, it's going to be fine. He says as the room catches fire.
Yeah. Well, the Harakaze has got the voices.
Yes, Harakaze is going to be interesting for various reasons. Anyhow, push off to D.
As soon as I get back into the game, and hopefully not sit in my. Yep, it's working.
Wait, you were actually crashed. That wasn't a joke.
I was serious. I crashed, and the worst part was it crashed right as we entered the match.
Ah, right.
Yeah,
and
it has the voices.
It has the voices, yes.
Yeah. And sometimes when you crash on loading into a game, it doesn't let you back into the game, which is bad, to say the least.
Very bad, yes.
Okay, so D was it?
D, yeah. And
D it is then.
And we have a Kugger. Piloted
Do
by
we?
Lehman Russ. Someone's mixing their franchises.
This is the first time using the Warspite since they found the WD-40.
Yay! WD-40. The second most vital liquid in the British Navy, after tea.
Now, I don't have the captain retrained on this ship, so I might be detected from a
Orbit?
higher distance. Yeah. Was it 7? Yeah, 7 kilometers.
And Duck is accusing me of being potato.
Yes.
He'd be right, of course, but...
As long as I don't get outspotted by, well, I mean, okay.
all
Their
of them.
destroyers are pretty stealthy.
Yes, they've got a Kagero, which will outspot anything, an Akazuki, which will outspot you, and a Gnevny, which will probably outspot you. By 900, by 900 meters.
900 meters.
Well, a full
7.2 would
stealth-
be stock.
Well, a full stealth Gnevny, I think stealth's down to around about 6.1, maybe 6.3.
Oh god.
No,
Outspotted by a Russian. What is this?
Gnevny stealth's down to 6.3, Anshan stealth's down to 6.1. One of the reasons why I'm not sure that the Fubuki and Shinonome will have such a good time of it if the next rank season turns out to be tier 6. On the bright side, the Kagura and the Akazuki are over the other side of the map. So you are temporarily safe.
Until the Gnevny arrives.
Well, at this rate, I think we would have seen it by now. Or at least the Benson would have seen it by now. Oh, detected by air.
Yep, same.
That would be on your left.
Yeah, that would be the fighters. Yeah. I have to say, she's a better looker than the standard Graf Spee. I like the paint job. That may just be me.
No, it's definitely refreshing over the other one, which is basically a white blob at the front. And
Yep. Pecky, that would make sense. Bellerophon was the first mass-produced Royal Navy dreadnought. Dreadnought herself was a one-off prototype. We might see her as a premium. In fact, Dreadnought as a premium would make some sense. Ooh, we have a Budioni trying to eye you up from the left. And if he gets his turn wrong, he's going to go broadside to me. So just slow down a bit.
Oh, detected. I forgot.
Indeed. I'm just going to wait for this Budioni to come round the corner. Come on. Come on, Russian. You've got some nice German Fraulein over there to lead. The Budioni has...
You might get hit by a torpedo.
Yeah, the Budioni
yeah,
has also stopped, which is kind of annoying.
You are aware
It's
that you are
reversing now.
using German guns. German battleship guns, should I specify?
It's a 10-kilometer shot. Except it's not, because the Leander has also turned away.
Trust me, it could be a 5-kilometer shot and you could still miss half of them.
Yeah, well, we have incoming aircraft, by the way. Catapult fighter up.
This Bujani can't decide whether he wants to reverse or move forward. He's moving forward again.
And we
cannot
just sniped the Heroes, so that takes their aircraft out of the equation. Too late
makes
for
me
Bismarck,
mad.
however. He's going to eat 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... No, 4. Ouch. Yes.
And engine boost out of the smoke.
I think Freddy's having his own personal little nightmare over there. Yep.
Yep.
Okay, locking onto Leander. Hands out.
You might want to be careful. There's a Tirpitz just
Yes,
about
I know. I was.
to the equation.
I didn't realise your smoke was fading. I was trying to steer for that.
Wait, I have smoke?
You had smoke.
German ships have smoke?
Yes, but they're health conscious.
It's kind of like the Americans had the really big, good smoke, and then the Germans are just like, nah.
They half-assed it.
Pretty much.
No.
They focus more on the engineering than the smoke.
Exactly. It's very simple. The Germans were health conscious. They realised that smoking was bad for you.
Right after. No, I shouldn't say that.
If you're about to crack a joke involving showers, no, you definitely shouldn't say that.
No.
Good. Oop. 5 shatters, but at least it started a fire. Okay.
Wait, usual. Are you using hardcore Scharnhorst tactics to wither down the enemy?
Depends on your definition of hardcore Scharnhorst tact. If you mean
HE only?
set him on fire because the armor piercing isn't worth squat, then yes.
Yes. Those would be MLG Scharnhorst tactics.
Indeed. I'm more concerned about the Artigo that is trying to string fella. Okay, so far we've had Warhammer 40,000, Airwolf, Anime. How many more franchises can we pack into one game?
You don't want to ask that.
You'd be
question.
surprised.
You're right, I probably would.
There's a Warspite. He's turning away.
Yeah.
Not that it matters, because HE can set fires at whatever angle you are.
And in turning away, he's giving me plenty of juicy broadside. And yoink! Armor piercing away, switching back to high X just to keep people guessing.
I mean, this American smoke is fading, but it's still better than the smoke that I laid.
True enough, but like I say, health-conscious Germans, smoking is bad for you. Of course, so is getting shot, so maybe you're just thinking long-term.
It's always trade-offs. This whole
Yeah.
game is about trade-offs.
And then, ow, 3,000 off an 8-inch high-explosive round.
Yes, Warspite, you definitely don't want a Damak on my fire. A Damak on my fire.
Oh, how dare he Damacon.
That's disappointing. No, the fire went out. Oh, that's interesting.
Yes, oh, and now I've got an Umagi shooting at me as well. Fine. I am turning around and getting out of here.
Yeah, it's probably gonna do.
Everybody is shooting at me, and now half my guns are disabled. So are half of my torpedo tubes. So is...
Basically half of your ship.
well, the engine still works.
I'd offer you a smoke, but unfortunately it's on cooldown.
Uh-huh.
And doesn't last nearly long enough to be of any use.
I'd
Well,
like to
you
accept
could turn.
that, frankly, I'm making plenty of smoke myself, just not the useful... oh god, I'm dead. 2 fires, 2,000 health, and repair party comes back in not quite fast enough.
Mandrix wants you to kill him.
Oh, good. Well, if he would sit still long enough for me to get some rounds
Well,
off...
he's dead.
Oh. Boom. So, what were you saying about the minus 5% repairs not being a relevant thing in this game?
It's not a relevant thing in this game, and I'm gonna stick to it.
Aha.
It's one less flag to mount.
Well, half of less flag.
I shall be man-fighting this Kagero.
Don't worry, I'll give you assistance.
Which... oh, the one that's gone into Suicide Alley.
Yes.
And is now under the guns of a Bismarck, a Gerda, a Warspite, and a Benson.
Yes,
Yes.
and I completely missed my salvo.
That's alright. I don't think anybody else
Yes.
is missing.
Smoke up! That is exactly what you want to do. He's dead. Oh.
Yeah, he doesn't like 15-inch guns from a Warspite.
That was very anticlimactic.
Indeed.
Not for me! I got a 4K salvo on him.
Not for Heijohan's either, because the Kagero got its torpedoes off, although I think he's going to dodge the worst of it. In fact, I think he's going to dodge all of it. Yep, best German torpedo beat. He's dodged the lot.
I don't think we have lost a single match tonight, did we?
Not yet. That can change.
I can change very
If we get
easily.
rid of this Akizuki, we should be pretty safe, though.
Yeah.
No, Kaga, no, don't send your fighters there. That's a bad idea. Yes.
Well, he's got nothing else for them to do except die spotting the Akizuki. And
Well, it
besides,
looks like they're trying.
they're probably
2
trying
and
very
1.
hard. The other thing, of course, is that if the Akizuki doesn't have manual AA, then they're going to be distracting the 10cm guns from the torpedo bombers. And speaking of which, he's torpedoed one, hasn't dodged a second, and here comes the third.
Rest in peace.
Indeed. This is what happens when you don't leave it to those kids in Carrier Division 5. Alright. Ollie, how's it going over your end?
Not too terribly. Just,
You appear to be on fire.
It's fine, I'm charging up my smoke generator.
Aha. This was found in the same locker as the WD-40, wasn't it?
Yes.
Aha.
It's a very good locker. Not gonna lie, it had some very useful stuff in it.
Oh yes.
Now, if you could just give me guns that can Citadel and Amagi, I'd be set.
Indeed. On the bright side, at least the Artago is completely over in the wrong side of the map. I think he might actually come out of this top of the enemy team. And possibly intact.
He hasn't taken a single point of damage, goddamn.
Indeed.
Ow.
Would you mind fixing that?
I would as soon as he gets spotted again.
Yeah.
I don't think we'll be able to cap this in time.
No, we
No,
won't.
you won't.
Oh.
Of course, it doesn't really help Stringfellow's repair bill either, because it's still going to be the same.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So yes, Graf Spee is Graf Spee, just with a much nicer camouflage. And how did someone come below me on that performance? Ye gods.
Do you really need to know the answer to that?
It's an Alabama. How did he get 300? I mean, he gets 50% extra for a win. And he's still only got 365 base XP.
It's basically a Tirpitz, but like, instead of a Tirpitz, it's an Alabama. Need I say more?
Well, you have the advantage that you were the lowest of tiers in this match, so your XP is substantially higher than what he would be getting for that match. And if he didn't do anything, then that's his match. Less XP than a tier 6 ship.
It sounds like a good way to waste your win bonus, frankly, but there you go.